Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany, and I am a speech language pathologist who stutters, as you probably noticed by now. So today's video is going to be about one of the crazy stuttering phenomena that enhances fluency, so it reduces stuttering incredibly well. So I've done a couple of videos before on these crazy phenomena that we kind of understand, but kind of don't, but they do a really good job at reducing our stuttering. So today's phenomenon is singing. So many of you guys may know that stuttering does not really occur when you're singing. Many celebrities who stutter, many singers who stutter, have really exemplified that in their careers. So if you look at singers like Ed Sheeran, Emily Blunt, and Mel Tillis, to name three of just many. It's a very common profession to go into when you're a person who stutters because it is a relief. You don't really stutter when you sing. So I'm going to demonstrate that today by saying some tongue twisters that are incredibly hard for me to say. They're all tongue twisters that have feared words in them. So sounds and words that are really hard for me to say. So I'm going to say them normally with stuttering, and then I'm going to sing them. And you can see just how crazy this phenomenon is and how well it works to enhance my fluency. So these actually are the same tongue twisters that I did in my tongue twister video. So check that out also. So the first one I'll be saying has a bunch of M's, and M's are hard for me. So here goes. This is regular talking. Miriam at the minaret. Mused among mimosa in the moonlight. Oh, boy, that was tricky. Those are so hard for me to say. So that was real stuttering. So now I'm going to do it again while singing. Check it out. Miriam at the minaret mused among the mimosa in the moonlight. I don't know how to sing, but there you go. Crazy, right? I went from very high amounts of stuttering to none. I mean, I didn't stutter at all when I was singing, and these were the same words that are so hard for me to say, that I just have so much anxiety built up and so much fear built up about these words and these sounds that it's crazy that it just magically goes away and I can just say it fluently if I'm singing it. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple more so you can see that it's a thing. Okay, check this one out. This one has a lot of D's, which are hard for me too. How much do could a do drop if a do drop did drop do. Whew, those are tricky. A lot of blocks on those ones. They're hard to say. Okay, singing now. How much did, oops. How much do could a do drop if a do drop did drop do? There you go. The little mistake I had was because I wasn't reading it right. No, not because I was stuttering. Anyway, last one. This one has W's, which are also super hard. Okay. Which wishy washy usher woman wants wants to watch. Okay, now with singing. Which wishy-washy washer woman wants to watch? So there you go. It's almost like crazy to me being a person who stutters, like and doing that because it's so easy to talk when you're singing. Like, well, you're not talking, you're singing, I guess, but it's just it's so effortless. Like stuttering is so hard, like physically hard to talk that it's almost like it's hard to wrap your head around something that is just so effortless. I wonder if that's what it feels like to be fluent. I don't know, fluent viewers, you guys can tell me. Is that what it feels like to talk normally, like without stuttering? Because I don't know what it's like to to talk effortlessly. Because if I'm talking, even if I am being fluent, like, well, because my stutter is so severe, like if I am fluent, it's because I'm like changing my voice, like, or like avoiding stuttering in some other way. Um, or like changing words or things like that using different techniques. Like I'm almost never like just effortlessly fluent, like just like naturally. um and if I am, it's like not very much, like it's not very long. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, food for thought. Anyway, so let me tell you guys a little about this phenomenon, phenomenon of singing and kind of why we think it works. So there are two different like hypotheses that like maybe are like connected to each other anyway. Um, but the first is kind of a basic idea that when we're talking, if something changes the way that we talk, um, changes the way that we hear ourselves, or the way that we're producing speech, then it generally makes us more fluent, it makes us stutter less. So things like talking in accents or changing like the intonation of your voice, the pitch of your voice, which is what I do a lot. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed. Probably throughout this video, I've been like kind of going in and out of like a sing-songy, like easy intonation, like lots of like expression, like kind of voice like that. So I do that a lot because I find that I don't stutter as much if I do that. It's really bad for my voice though. It actually like really hurts if I do it a lot, like a lot of strain in my voice. Anyway though, so but those things make us stutter less. And so that is possibly part of the reason that singing works is because it's not what you expect. It's not what you're used to hearing or what you're used to doing when you're talking. Um, the other idea is that singing uses the right hemisphere of your brain, which for most people is not the hemisphere of your brain you use to speak as much. It's not the dominant hemisphere. But we found some studies are showing that people who stutter actually do use the right hemisphere of their brain when they're speaking, maybe as a compensation for a deficit or some kind of um, I don't know. Deficit's a strong word. That's a harsh word, but you know, like a difference, maybe a neurological difference in our left hemisphere where um, speaking using the hemisphere maybe isn't as effective or doesn't work as well, or for whatever reason, we tend to use our right side of our brain. So if you're already using the right side of your brain to talk, then singing seems like it should be easy, right? I mean, just kind of intuitively to me. But those are kind of two hypotheses that we think might contribute to the ease that we as people who stutter have in singing and the fluency that we can experience. So yeah, I'd love to hear you guys' comments, questions. Post them below and subscribe to my channel to check out my other videos, especially the ones about these stuttering phenomena because I think they're so cool and so crazy. So yeah, anyway, that's all for now. We will see you guys later.